It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Hey, this is Molly Rennick from Living Dead Girl.
I'm Jeremy Saffer, rock photographer.
Hey, this is Baz Black.
Hey guys, this is John Karabi.
Hey there, this is Ron Wasserman, the nut that wrote Go-Go Power Rangers.
What's up, guys? I'm John with Sunday Friend. You're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast.
Hi, guys. What's going on? It's the Chronicles of Podcast here. It's only the 70th edition. When you get to 70, you're just a bit like, Jesus Christ. I'm surprised people still listen to this. We seem to be going that way and not that way. It's kind of weird. Well, let's just say it's the show of Benjamin Button in a way.
I like that.
I do believe, Jamie, that these right here are the Chronicles of not Wednesday Friend, no, it's Sunday Friend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is a good one, guys. You're going to love it. Game show wave, game show smiles. Let's get ready for another edition. Hit it!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 70th edition of the Chronicles of Podcast. And these are the Chronicles of Sunday Friend. It is I, the bearded Brummy Jamie, and joining me, as always, this handsome bugger over right there.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yes,
Who?
yes.
I am for real. It's the Scotsman Tom. What's going on, guys? Jamie, so, okay, let's trace back a bit. You remember, got the vid, COVID-19, got the vid, have you?
Yeah,
you got the vid?
I should have got
the vid,
that.
right? Then do you remember Platty Jubs for the Platinum Jubilee?
Do not remind me of Platty Jobs, please.
Well, Jamie, there's a new one.
God, what?
They've now decided to rename the cost of living crisis. Do you want to know what they call it these days, the kids?
Something like the Costy Lives or some shit like that.
Cosy Lives.
Cosy Lives, for fuck's
It's
sake.
Cosy Lives. Some of them wrote, I can't go that low, sorry, babe. Especially all the Cosy Lives and all that jazz.
Oh.
Cosy Lives? Slang for cost of living crisis.
No.
Cosy Lives. Do you know what's going to happen eventually as we get older? There's going to be no complete words anymore. We're just going to talk in like slang and probably letters more than anything else. Can you imagine the conversation with that? A bit
That makes complete sense, Dave. I'll see you later.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen, isn't it?
But what's worrying is the idiots that come up with this shit are the people that are going to be in power in 20 to 30 years' time. So this will be the actual name for these things.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry, ladies
still
and
be
gentlemen. A message from number 10. We're currently going through a Cosy Lives crisis. Fuck.
That there you club over there, we're in proper bang fucked, innit? Yes, Prime Minister. And then he went to supermarket or no. Absolutely. It's devastating, isn't it? Devastating. Sorry, devastates. Absolute devastates, bruv. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to add to our list of why the fuck can we not talk properly.
This news is absolutely sick, innit, Chancellor? Okay, I hate the fact.
Yeah, it makes me feel a bit sick. Oh, and now a word from number 10. Of course, proper gas to that, innit? It's not peak. It's not peak. Yes, kids. Yeah. Anyway, Jamie, I've noticed in TV series, right, when there's like high-ranking officials, why is it in TV series when they get out of cars, they always smolder, and then the bad guy goes, it's a high-ranking official over there. I must kill him. Don't they? When there's like a start of a TV series, like a really high-ranking officer, president, whatever they are, head of FBI, always gets out of the car and goes, looks around, and then they walk into wherever they're going and have their coffee and gin or whiskey or whatever. And there's always a van on the opposite side of the road, a bit further down, going like, oh, there he, yeah, he's the high rank. He smoldered when he got. Did you see that smolder?
It's that guy over there that's smoldering. He's the important one. Let's take him out.
He looked around for a good 3 minutes, Dave. So let's go get him, poison him or something. It's just something I know.
You're absolutely right.
I watched that Treason show with Charlie Cox, and the very first one of the first scenes is the guy gets out of the car and goes and looks around, and I was like, oh, he's obviously the head of something. He ends up being the head of the fucking CIA. I was like, oh, there you go.
He's the important one. Looking like a cocky twat.
Just nuts. I was like, why do they always do that? So I was like, well, I'm writing that now for the podcast.
Next time I watch an episode of 24, I'm going to look out for that now. If someone turns around and does that, he's important.
When David Palmer gets out of the car, he's like, yes, I'm here. I've arrived. I don't know if you can see what I just did there.
David Palmer can do anything. I don't care. He's allowed.
Well, exactly. He is the king. He is the king.
He's my president, I'll tell you now.
I'm so proud of you right now. We'll see what happens as you get on into the later series, but
yeah, no. More on that later.
The one thing that really baffled me this week, and this is probably going to be one of the dumbest things I've ever said, the human body, Jamie.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Who decided that it's like, so food goes here, then you chop, and then you like do a swallowing motion where you like throw the food back and it goes and it keeps you alive. It basically gives you all these nutrients so that you can keep walking, and you see through these things in your face, okay? But don't damage them because you never get them again. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird concept of how we like live and breathe. Like, we have to inhale invisible shit to stay alive, and then breathe out shit that would. But how do we know that we're breathing out the carbon dioxide? Not, do you know what I mean? How do we know that the body's doing? I mean, we're still here. That's probably the main thing, but it's kind of a weird concept of just how the whole thing works, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the phrase, how do we decide? I don't think we decide. I think it just comes natural to us. But
who
made that discovery, do you mean?
I guess you get into that point of the whole, like, is it science or is it God? And I mean, grow up, it's definitely science. But it's just like, it's just kind of nuts, isn't it? How we formed into this.
The human body is fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
And then you look at an animal outside and go, cow, yummy. Dog, no, not yummy. But who found that out?
You best friend, you not yummy. You best friend.
Yeah, but who found that out? Who went, well, it's got to try, ain't you? Oh, God, no.
Try holding it over some heat for a bit first, Dave.
You might find that's a bit too rough. I'll see myself out. See you later.
Hey. I know what you mean. I also love the fact that someone just stood there one moment. How does that work then? Let's find out. How am I breathing? This is interesting. I'm going to go work this out.
So I don't have sounds a thing. So what we'll do is we'll put two weird bits of skin on either side of the head. How about that? Yes, and we'll call them ears. Yeah, that sounds perfect to me. They used to be called hears, but, it made no sense for the actual concept of listening and then the actual thing that does it. So we'll split the words up. We'll get the end of hears, so ears, and then here, since the beginning of that word. We'll split it in half. How about that?
Now I feel really dumb because I've never put that together. Ears, here, yeah. I've never put that together.
I just made it up, James, just there and then, so don't share it with anyone.
But this is a whole thing as well. It's like God created man. If he did, there's no way in hell he'd create it like this. This is all natural. No one designed this because it's fucking.
Well, who created him then?
Good question. Let's not get into a theological debate.
Yeah, sorry. It just makes no sense to me. If anybody is religious listening to this, I'm really sorry. I'm just dead against it. I'm just dead against it. Like, it causes more fucking harm than it's worth. Anyway, let's move on because the Chronicles of Podcast got shut off the air this week due to the fact that Tom came blabbing on about the Bibleism and God and shit. The show's been cancelled. Anyway, Jamie, how are you?
I am good. I'm absolutely fucking knackered because I've just got home from work at 10:30 at night. But yeah, other than that, I'm all right. I'm all right. How are you?
Anyway, what's this?
I don't know why I'm repeating myself.
Rain Man, right? All right. Yeah, right. That's what's going on here. So that is it. Jamie, right there. Jamie, okay? Jamie, you well? Jamie, you well? Good. Yeah, all right. Okay.
Talking on a walkie-talkie.
It was Roger. Anyway, yeah, I'm really good. I'm actually buzzing. So I've got some time. I've got some space. Got some time to myself. It's quite nice. As the other half has gone away for a couple of days, so I actually get the bed to myself. It's going to be grand. Obviously, of course, you've been doing the really wanky, shitty shifts this week, so we've had to record late night recording.
I suppose a lot of always be done that actually.
The late night one, yeah, I know. Yeah. But obviously, we're moving things around. We're moving things because, yes, as you know, your boys have been taken on by the Razor's Edge Rocks. What a company to work for. Obviously, because of your absolutely wanky ass shifts, I've already conducted a couple of interviews by myself. But we're going to start scheduling the show so that it all fits in nicely all together. So we're not having late night recording. So, and obviously, unless I lose my job or do something else, there'll never be a daytime one ever again.
That's a very good point, yes.
I'm so sorry. So sorry about that. But what have you been doing myself, my friend? What have you been doing?
I'll be honest, my friend, not a massive amount. I've mostly been Rihanna, to be honest. I've just done a lot of working. But other than work, we had a glorious interview, which you lovely people are about to hear later on in this episode. I had the kids stay with us this weekend instead of me going to them, which was lovely. I had Sam and Lena come stay, which was wonderful. We took them to Build-A-Bear because Lena wanted to spend her birthday / Christmas money at Build-A-Bear. She spent just under £70 on a teddy bear.
For some reason, I thought you were going to go 700 rather than so.
She probably could have if I hadn't have reined her in slightly.
That's mental.
She got to the till with all this stuff and went, "Have you got enough money?" She was like, "Yeah, no. And how much is it?" She's like, "I don't know." I was like, "So how the fuck do you know you've got enough money then?" I started adding all up. I was like, "Lucky for you, you do have enough." But get 70 quid on a teddy bear. And Sam brought one, and then we had to buy one for Olivia because you can't exactly leave her out. I was like, God's sake, so much money on bloody teddy bears.
I mean, you can. That's parenting. They've got to learn,
it's not very fair, is it? But Sam found a Pokemon, one of his favourite Pokemon. He's like, I'm having it. He was gone. I was like, fair play.
So what exactly... So talk me through it, because I don't understand why a teddy bear costs so much money.
You want me to talk you through the process of Build-A-Bear?
Yeah, what exactly made it come to this sort of...
Basically, you buy the empty carcass of a teddy bear, and then you can buy it some clothes, T-shirts, and dressing up outfits, etc. Lena's is now dressed like someone from Slytherin in Harry Potter. And then you can get like a voice box to put inside it. We can press on it and it makes a sound. There's ones where you can record your own, and I really wanted to record voices for the kids' teddy bears, but they wouldn't let me, because I thought it'd be really funny. But no, they wouldn't let me do that for them. And then you take it to some machine, and the woman at the till makes you do some weird little ritual where you like hold. You get a little fabric heart to put inside of it, and you have to rub it in your hands, rub it on your cheeks. You can put it in love, and then hold it above your head and all this sort of shit. Then you stick it inside the teddy bear, and then they basically put the teddy bear's arse on some tube, and you fill it full of stuffing. And yeah, and that's about it, really. And then you take it to the till, and you fill in a birth certificate, and ta-da, teddy bear.
That's mental.
It's mental. It's expensive, but the kids fucking love it. So
I've never thought of. I don't know. It's a concept. I don't know. It's kind of weird how that's kind of taken off.
But I say kids love it. the whole time we were doing it, Becky was there like, I really want to get one. I really want one myself. For fuck's sake, woman. Just no, you don't need another bloody teddy bear.
There we are then.
There we are then. What else have I done this week? I've started back at the gym. So I've spent the past 2 days dying because I'm horribly out of practice. But yeah, I had a rest day today because I fucking needed one because I was knackered. I've played an awful lot of Animal Crossing. Like, we brought that Switch. We brought 4 games and I've literally just played Animal Crossing. I really need to start playing other games. It's mildly addictive. And other than that, I've been editing our Dublin Crust documentary. Ooh.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Hey!
Ooh,
amazing.
It's coming together, boys. It's coming together.
I'm so excited to see it. Like, I can't wait. Obviously, we've got a bit of rigmarole to get through to get it all processed and whatnot, but I'm excited to get it out there for the world to see. Just a shame you couldn't be there, Jamie. But there's always going to be next time. It's a one and only. It's a Chesney Hawks. Put it that way. It's a Chesney Hawks. It's a one and only. So don't stress, don't fret. It's all good.
It's all good. And watching wise, I watched Avengers Endgame because I just felt like watching it because it's one of those films I'm just like, I need a comfort movie. That film that made me cry 5 times. Let's watch that one. But it's just one of the best films ever made. I don't care. It's an incredible movie. And I am on season 4, episode 3 of 24.
Oh, you've reached series 4 now.
Oh. I loved series 3. I really did. I know you didn't. You said it wasn't one of your favorites, but I really enjoyed season 3. Season 4's got a good, strong start though. But where's my president?
How do you feel about the massive change in staff and characters?
Everything's different, isn't it? It's nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck is my president? Who are you? You are not my president. I know David Palmer said at the end of the last series he was stepping down and not running again, but you hold that glimmer of hope that he's going to do it again. But no, he didn't. Wasn't happy about that.
I remember who it is.
I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I think I know who it is. But I can picture
this new woman in charge of CTU, Erin. Not a fan of her.
Erin Driscoll.
She needs to get gone. Bring me back my man. I know he's probably in prison, but get rid of him. Get rid of her. Bring him back. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a good, strong start. It's a strong start. I'm really enjoying it.
It's a good series. You're one series away from probably one of the greatest series of ever been made.
Season 5, is that the best one?
5 and 7, in my opinion, the 2 elite. Series 5, just drink it in, okay?
I'm looking forward to that there.
Series 5, 4's good. 4's good. It's got some really sick bits in it, but 5 is just like, you won't put it down. I absolutely guarantee that you'll smash 5.
It's annoying. I'm trying to savor it, but at the same time, it's so good. I just want to keep watching it. It's like, but I've had this weird observation because I've been binging it and watching it constantly. I am so goddamn sick of the noise their telephones make in CTU. It's such a weird fucking noise.
How dare you?
It's just doing my nut in now.
That used to be my ringtone. I used to have a CTU shirt with Steven CTU on the back of it. I used to have the lot.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
That's so good.
Someone answer the phone.
It's the best ringtone ever, that is. It is the best ringtone ever.
I've been because I've watched it so much. I'm like, oh my God, if I hear that tone one more time, I'm going to go insane. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been up to. It's been a quiet one for me. What about you, sir?
Let me just have a quick old swig because I was desperate for a swig while you were talking, and then you obviously asked the question. It's always, by the way, when people eat food, they eat food as soon as they put it in. They go, "So how's your day?" Sorry. Wait.
Meal.
What do you say?
That's always my favourite. If an alright meal.
Do you know what I might do next time? What did you say, sorry, mate? Just spit it on her. I reckon they wait. They obviously wait. They wait and they go in his mouth. And I come around and have some sort of pincer movement and go, everything right with your dinner there? I don't know.
It's rude to talk to someone they're eating.
Week. It's been all right. It's been okay. Been re-entering, obviously, as per usual. We had that glorious interview with our good friend Sunday Friend on Saturday. That's out this Friday.
These are the days of the week.
So that was absolutely grand. And obviously, I mentioned I've done 2 Razor's Edge Rocks interviews, one with Beyond the Black and one with Twilight Force. One is out next. Beyond the Black's out next week. Twilight Force, there isn't a date, but I imagine it's going to be end of next week to the start of the week after. But already been offered some unbelievable guests in that. So I've made sure, obviously, that yourself is free at the same time. So that's been going absolutely amazing. So make sure you go and check out the Razor's Edge Rocks, wherever you get your podcast from. The interviews are only 25, 30 minutes. They're very, very short. But, you know, I had so much fun with the guys this week. So I implore you to go and check those bad boys out. What else have I done, Jamie? So it was the final of the NFL regular season.
Ooh.
The Patriots had to lose, the Dolphins had to lose, and the Steelers had to win to get into the playoffs. The Patriots lost. Tick. Big tick. The Steelers won. Big tick. The Dolphins, however, decided to go and win their fucking game in one of the worst games I've ever seen. They won 11-6. Like, it was one of the worst games. The Jets couldn't have been more shit if they tried. Anyway, what's going to be hilarious is Miami are now going to waste that playoff spot because their main starting quarterback is injured and they'll get absolutely trashed. So what a waste of us. You might as well just give it to us. Oh, I'm joking. So gutted though, gutted. But I'm excited now for the playoffs. Nuts, he was messaging me all Sunday night and he was just giving it the big, the Chiefs are going to win this year. The Chiefs are going to win. No, they won't. No, they fucking won't. I don't care if you've got number 1 seed, Nutsy, if you listen to this, right? I don't give a shit. Them San Francisco 49ers are going to come right around the back door. All the Philly Eagles are also mint, but they'll get knocked out. The 49ers will come around and go, "Oh, hi, Chiefs. I see your potential Super Bowl win, and I raise you ours." But I'm looking forward to Rihanna in the halftime show this year. That should be good.
Is that who's in the halftime show this year?
Yeah, it should be really good. So excited for that. So unfortunately, we got knocked out, but we haven't had a losing season under Mike Tomlin at all. So Hall of Fame career for that man right there. And talking of the NFL, I reached out to some people for the show earlier today. So hopefully everything crossed. Everything crossed.
I'd love to get someone for the NFL for you, and I'd just sit back and just do you during Wednesday 13.
It'd be so great. It'd just be absolutely amazing and so much fun. So everything crossed for that one. We secured an absolutely amazing guest as well for this show for the end of February. So I can't wait for you guys to get your teeth, your fingers, your eyes, your ears into this bad boy. That'll be out in March. So, I love it. So great. Watching wise, me and Keris decided to have a bit of a movie marathon on Sunday before I smashed the NFL in their face. So we watched Luck on Apple TV with his Simon Pegg and Whoopi Goldberg. Basically, it's all about the land of luck and where luck comes from, and it's like good and bad luck. It's animated. It's like good and bad luck and that sort of thing. It's fucking sick. It's such a good film. So neither had we. We literally, because we got Apple TV for free, so we were flicking through it like, oh, that looks kind of good. So we put that on. And then straight after, we watched The Greatest Beer Run with Zac Efron and Russell Crowe. Heard of that film?
No.
It's based on a true story on the Vietnam War, where a guy who's lazy as shit, played by Zac Efron, decides that all of his mates who are fighting the Vietnam War need a beer. So he travels from America to Vietnam with a whole sack full of beer and gives a beer to... Jamie, it's amazing.
This is a true story.
Amazing film. It's a true story.
That's fucking awesome.
Keris cried her eyes out at the end because they tell you all the actual story at the end. It's incredible. Such a good film.
I'll have to look out for that. The Great Beer Run. I'll look out for that. That sounds great.
The greatest beer run, yeah.
Okay, I'll look out for that. That sounds great.
It's on Apple TV, so if you can get it for free for like 3 months. Literally, everything on Apple TV is like unreal.
I've never really looked at it.
We watched Slow Horses, obviously, fucking phenomenal show, and now watch a show called Suspicion, which our wonderful Elizabeth Henstridge is in. Oh my god! And the dude from Big Bang Theory, the Asian guy, his name has escaped me.
It's Raj in Big Bang Theory. But I can't remember his actor's name.
Yes, but he's in it as well. And it's what is it, Jamie?
Superb.
It really is. It started off a bit like, I'm not sure about this. And then as I got into it, I was like, oh, fuck. It's great. Really good. So that's highly recommended as well. And then we're going to watch Echo 3 and the Mosquito Coast afterwards. Apple TV, go through the trailers, like, that looks good. That looks really good. That looks really good. That looks really good. So
don't they all sound like spy missions? Mosquito 3, Echo 9.
The Mosquito Coast and Echo 3.
Yeah.
That's all right. But yeah, but there's a Tom Holland movie called Cherry, which looks really fucking good as well. Where he's a war veteran that's come out of the army, and then he gets a drug addiction because obviously the veterans get fucked over, don't they?
Tom Holland is a war veteran, isn't he? Just an old enough to be a Boy Scout veteran.
Yeah, he looks like that. Yeah. So we've been absolutely smashing through Apple TV. Other than that, I don't think I've watched anything else. AEW. Obviously, you heard the horrific news about WWE today, the rumours that are flying around. I
think they've now said the rumours are actually false, so I'm holding out hope they are false.
Because, okay.
Yeah. Please, for God, be false.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But it's the same people who bought Newcastle United, apparently. So
I didn't realise Newcastle United was bought by
stake in Newcastle. And it was really fucking hilarious because Paddy Power were like, I can't wait to see Newcastle field their new 11 on Sunday with Randy Orton and Big E up front and stuff like that. It was really fucking funny. It's like on the Rocket defense. And then they were like, I can't wait for WrestleMania when Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer on commentary.
That would actually be great.
That would be so fucking hilarious. So yeah. Oh, I tell you, we watched the Gogglebox last night, and because I just love it. And at the very end of the episode, they did obviously Naked Attraction came on. And I was like, oh no, the guy was a wrestler.
Oh really?
Yes, the dude was like, yeah, I like me some badge. And I'm like, oh god, it was really like her. But what he kept saying was, love a vulva. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's got a great vulva. I'm like, stop saying vulva. Like, what's wrong with you?
Who goes on national TV and keeps saying vulva?
I know. And then he was like, oh, Blue, would you be happy if I tombstone power drived you, but I wouldn't actually drill you to the floor? You know what I mean? No. I was like, oh, get him off the screen. He's doing my head in.
What a cock.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm hoping he's not someone that's well known as a wrestler then.
No, he was in the British wrestling scene. But you know what was absolutely amazing? Button mushroom.
Mushroom.
Tiny penis. And I was like, that's where that comes from then. Sorry. This really made me laugh. I just reminded myself. When we were watching The White Lotus, we finished all that now. We were watching The White Lotus. There's a scene where there's an Italian guy and he's completely naked. And Keris just went, oh. And it just, it really, I think it might be one of those you had to be there sort of moments. But because it just suddenly appeared, we just sat there watching it and she just went, oh. Just an Italian cock on TV. It was fucking hilarious. She knew what it was doing. It was a proper bit to go, oh.
I love that still at the age of mid-30s, we see a penis or anything on the screen, we still act awkward and surprised. Like,
it really made me laugh. It was just the way she just went, but it wasn't even like, it just went, oh. As if she'd swallowed it whole. Oh. Other than that, Jay, off the top of my head, I don't think I've done anything. We're just here. Here we are now.
Like she'd swallowed it whole. Anyway. That made me chuckle. Anyway. Well, it sounds like to me we're all caught up, my friend.
Absolutely. Braden!
Come on down.
All right. Is this thing on?
Well, howdy doody, everybody.
This is Braden Berry from SayWeCanFly, founder of Stay Cozy Clothing, your one-stop shop for the coziest, most fashionable hoodies, t-shirts, and more.
Gosh, Mickey.
That's right, folks. And we're proud to say that we are now sponsoring
the Chronicles of Podcast. Ouch.
Hosted by Tom and Jamie.
Like, you can get 10% off, man. That's right, Shaggy. Just use the special code, The Chronicles, at checkout.
Oh, boys.
Still, and I'll always say it every week, is the greatest advert of all time.
All time.
Jamie?
Yes, sir.
It's time for Callum's Treachings.
Yeah, it is.
Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
So, welcome to another late night edition of Callum's Treachings. Jamie, let's just get straight into it, shall we? What is Callum Treaching us this week?
You can knock on a door twice, 3 times, 4 times, even 5 times. But if you knock on a door once, it's considered very weird.
I'm like picturing it in my head now. He's absolutely right.
I love that idea. Don't you? Get the door, will you? Fucking hell, someone's at the door. Then obviously if you just hear, fuck was that? Who was that? What's going on here?
One is not enough. You need at least 2 for confirmation that there is someone actually at the door and it wasn't just a random bang.
Or a bird flew into it or something. Is it? Can you just check on that? Is that all right?
Or you could be like an Amazon or a food delivery person, then ring the doorbell, knock the door, ring the doorbell, knock the door, ring the doorbell, knock the door.
Is that what they do? Is that what Brummy Amazon people do?
Apparently, yeah. Well, definitely food people. Bloody hell. We get the hint.
But obviously you could knock 5 times, but if you keep going, after a while you're like, yeah, all right, mate, I'm coming. I'm fucking coming.
Mate.
Yeah, Jesus.
What is the average standard number for knocking on a door?
4, probably. No, 3? 3.
I don't know, 5 would have done.
Yeah, or you can be one of them twats that starts playing fucking songs on them. It's always the one that, Wednesday! It's not a football game, Dave. Calm your ass down. Fucking hell, you're not at Hillsborough. Don't want to chill out a little bit. Sorry. It's like football chants, so mundane and just like common, aren't they? Like, this is Chelsea's. Chelsea. Right, is there anything else? Chelsea. Like, fuck me. All right.
That's clearly all people from that part of London could come up with, apparently.
It just seems to be the same. It's just the same.
I can't see if I can remember Villas, because I used to be a Villa fan for like a week when I was a kid. Aston Villa FC, because we're off to see the Villa. Aston Villa FC. Something like that.
Oh, it's just so like, yes, yeah.
It's some teams I admire them if they could come up with something catchy. Like, how would you come up with something catchy for Tottenham Hotspur?
Like Spurs, isn't it?
You just say Spurs. Why Everton? What would you come up with?
Everton. What a weird name for a place.
It really is.
It sounds like the heaviest place in the world.
Clever. I like it.
I was trying really quick to think something really funny, and my brain was going, you're going to have to go with it. Just roll. You've said it now, out loud, you're going to have to go with it. So there we are. I'm now thinking of things really fast in other places where I can be like, quit.
Nottingham Forest. How do you come up with something like that?
Forest.
I suppose we'll just Forest. I feel like I'm being
then
really
again,
dumb
you
now.
can literally put anything in. That Everton's like, Nottingham. So, I mean, it's all
everything works, yeah.
I love it.
Imagine those 2 teams are facing each other and they're one doing the chant. They're like, oh, that's our chant. You stole it.
Referees. Oh, you're hard. Come on, referee a wanker. Are you from 50 rows away? Fucking hellfire.
It's the ones that try and get the chant going, but no one else joins them. And it's like, I'm going to sit down now.
That's the thing, though, with chanting as well. Even at the WWE or whatever, is when you keep going, it's like, do you carry on or do you stop? Because are they going to stop? Everyone else going to stop? You're like, oh. It's always...
it's like that. Anything knows, like when you go see a band and they're like, put your horns in the air. Like, how long do I leave this here? Like, how long?
Yeah.
When do I take this down? Like, I don't know.
Everyone come up like, and then you're like, do I keep?
I'm old. My arms are starting to hurt.
But then you get to that point also, and bands have finished a song, and everyone's like, what? And then you go, I want to be the last one. There's like, wanker over here, wanker. I'd love to know that in the States or on Europe, so I'd be like, yeah. I bet they're like, hey, senor, come down here. Yeah, chill out, man, fine. Whereas in the UK, it's like, fucking wanker.
I'd love to see the Brits in Japan. Fucking hell. Imagine
Oh
that.
my dick. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They are-
That's in Japan. Yeah.
I like it though. I love watching Japanese wrestling. Very respectful the crowd are. It's great.
Oh, they're just. Yeah, I kind of find that weird at the same time.
Once you get used to it, it's great.
It's so silent. You're like, is it? Is that was great. Like, what are you guys? Are you guys okay?
It's like I don't know if you saw the clip of Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné. What a dreadful name. Has debuted in New Japan. But when she debuted, everyone was like, "Oh, the crowd didn't give a shit." It's like it's Japan. They clap. That's them. That's them cheering. They enjoyed it. They're happy. But dreadful name. Anyway.
There we are then.
There we are then.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
No,
I
yes.
completely forgot where we were for a second. I was like, what segment are we on? Sorry, Callum. Jamie, we digress.
Yeah.
We move on. What else is Callum teaching us this week?
The entire of human history is about who can throw the hardest and biggest rock.
Is it?
What?
Who could throw the hardest and biggest rock?
I feel like we're being dumb again.
Yeah, we probably are. But my brain's going to when we were kids. You used to try and love picking up rocks and throw them into the river or the sea or the lake, or whatever. Then you always try and find something bigger.
Yes, that's true.
That's where I'm going. That's where I'm probably going down the complete wrong path.
At least you've got something. I'm coming up blank.
I bet Claire's saying there, "Is this, you fucking idiot?
Probably.
Hey,
more likely.
Ding, 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 twats! It's this." And we're there going, yeah. So basically,
big rock.
I like to throw things in the river, and
I like to throw stones at the seaside with my mummy and daddy.
But I used to like skimming. Skimming was always fun.
Skimming was great. I'm
I
really
can't think
bummed out.
for us
I
to go
can't
with
think of this. Should we listen again, just in case we are being really dumb?
The world's strongest man.
The entire of human history is about who can throw the hardest and biggest rock.
Yeah, I'm coming up blank. I got nothing. I feel like we're being really stupid.
Yeah, but the world's strongest men have the globe, the Atlas champion, don't they, with the biggest, huge fuck off rocks.
Maybe this is this about history? Maybe this is how they decided things back in history?
Possibly. We are idiots.
We are
Cal,
completely idiots. Callum's teachings next week, the first one will be, you two are fucking stupid. Let me explain.
You know he's supposed to be here right now. He's like, no, you're ruining my segment, for fuck's sake.
Well, I think we got a bonus treat, and the first one had just been him having a go at us and being dumb.
Twat. Okay, don't even know why I'm doing this show with you fucking idiots. Yeah, Cal. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Callum. I don't remember the last time I threw a rock. I kind of weird like throwing things off my balcony into the river, though. I find that quite odd. So I think
I love doing that.
Well, I've obviously got to. I mean, we've had a fucking storm here all day. It's been horrific. Wind, rain, thunder, and lightning. It's like I felt like my windows are gonna get fucking ripped off. The building's been like doing this, and like, oh god. Paris Square from Manchester be like, where the fuck's my flat gone?
Yeah, I got nothing on this one. Sorry, Callum. But let's be honest, if anyone could throw the biggest rock out of the three of us, it would be you massive man. So you win.
Yeah, on his pinky. We'll move on, Jamie. We'll save you from suffering. Sorry about that. Yeah. And finally, Jamie, what is Callum teaching us? Hopefully we get it this week.
Toothpaste can't taste so awful that people avoid brushing their teeth, but not so good that people will actually eat it.
That's such a good point.
Really good point there.
I mean, I know there's been stories recently in the news of people eating toothpaste and stuff because they haven't got any fucking food, but we won't go into that. It's such a weird thing, isn't it? Because you go, oh, this is real. Now it's a minty fresh, lovely minty fresh. I want fun, but you never think to go, oh, not chewing gum. I just eat apple fresh.
I was thinking this the other day because my kids, all of them hated minty toothpaste. We always got on like the fruity ones. At what point do you go, no, mint is acceptable? I can brush my teeth with mint. And do we ever get fruity adult toothpaste?
It might do, probably.
I don't think I've ever seen fruity adult toothpaste.
It's probably 'cause it's not good for you, mate. That's probably why.
Probably it is.
But it's. I think that's socially acceptable. What's not socially acceptable is mint and tea tree shower gel. That will never, ever get to a point ever in the history of ever where that will ever be acceptable to use. But it's weird because I've started. This is going to sound so weird, but I've started using Oral-B because I feel fresher in my mouth. That's a really weird thing to say. But I do. I feel like I'm fresher for longer, and that sounds so lame.
No, I get it.
It's like when I use Colgate or Aquafresh, it's like really nice, but I don't feel it afterwards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But yeah, but I've never once thought to myself, well, that's tasty, I might have some more.
I've never really thought of it like that, you know. It's just brush my teeth in the morning. I never really think this is tasty or this is gross. It's toothpaste, isn't it?
Do you think everything anyone ever has?
Well,
surely someone has.
Oh, there's bound to be someone that has, let's be honest.
You know, there's TV shows on Channel 4 that where they were like, I'm obsessed with eating biscuits or I'm obsessed with eating crisps or whatever. I wonder if one was like, I'm obsessed with eating toothpaste.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
I just can't get enough Colgate. Are you right there, Sean? Yeah, I just love my Colgate. Where it be total, fresh breath, whitening, sensitive, whatever it may be. So I tend to have them on different days, though, Sheila. You know what I mean?
Different meals on different days. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, come on. I'm not a fucking criminal here. I'm a pioneer.
How about some Aquafresh? Don't you swear at me. I'm a Colgate man.
Oral-B on weekends. There we are. Anyway, that was another edition of Callum's Preachings that we horribly butchered the last two. So I do massively apologise, Cal. If you want to come and beat the shit out of us, by all means, please do.
No, don't. I don't want to be beaten up.
Or if you want to send a video being like, you guys are idiots, we'll more than happily put it into the show for next week for you.
That's acceptable. Yes, that is acceptable.
But Jamie, I'm now going to follow this.
Yes, you are, sir.
With a little bit of Tom's Journal.
Oh, read to me, baby.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. Right, let me find. That's the one I'm on. Perfect. You have to forgive me because obviously Christmas happened and stuff, so there's just shit everywhere.
That's all right.
And that was from last week, so I obviously haven't deleted last week's either. No. There we are. This is amazing. Okay. Somebody put out one of those reviews where they'd met somebody somewhere but couldn't find them online, so they put a review up on the place they saw them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, like Lonely Hearts sort of thing. I saw you on a tube station. You had blue eyes. That sort of thing.
Yes. Male for female. You farted in Whole Foods today. You were the tall brunette with the near perfect body that farted in the bread section earlier today. I was a tall guy next to you that looked over and asked, was that you? You quickly replied, no, that wasn't me. You almost seemed insulted, I would ask. As the stink grew, you continued to deny your flatulence, but it was evidence and you knew you were busted. I tried to help get rid of the smell by waving my 2 loaves of ciabatta bread. You proceeded to storm off in an angry manner. You are beautiful, and even though you are a liar and fart like a Clydesdale, I would love to meet up.
Fart like a Clydesdale? That's fucking great.
At least he's honest. Like, fair play to him.
Yeah.
Like, ballsy. I hope they got together because that'd be amazing if that was actually the case.
Mummy, Daddy, how did you meet? I farted in a supermarket and Daddy chased me online.
I denied it, but I couldn't get away with it with Anna. I'm so sorry. This just made me really proud and happy, this little bit. My favourite Chucker Brothers gag. Barry to Paul in their beds in the middle of the night. What time is it? I don't know. Pass me that trombone, I'll find out. Bear, bear, bear. Who's that playing the trombone at 2 a.m?
Fucking brilliant. That is superb. I like that.
Oh, I used to love Chucklevision as a kid.
And that was a really good Chuckle Brother impression. I can't remember which one had that voice, but it was really good. I think
was
Paul.
it?
I think it's Paul.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
Thanks, mate. I wasn't even trying.
Who knew you could do a Paul Chuckle impression?
This also really made me fucking raw as well. I can't believe I used to wake up on Christmas morning and tell my parents that I thought I heard and saw Santa. They must have thought I was a right fucking dickhead. Me too. I still remember seeing the reindeer in the sky. It must have been the whiskey my dad made us drink. He said it was a Christmas tradition, but I'm sure it was to get us twins to sleep so my poor mother could get an hour's sleep.
It's how you know kids talk out their arsehole. They're like, I'm certain I heard Santa. I'm like, you fucking didn't.
Did you? Did it sound a bit like this? Yes, Daddy. No. More like, shit. It's definitely real, I swear. Would you like a text conversation between the Punisher and Spider-Man?
Of course.
This one's just for you, so.
Of course.
Punisher first, Spider-Man next, okay? And then alternative.
Okay.
Do you have any villains I can kill? No, Punisher, don't kill my villains. Well, I'm out of people to kill. Maybe I could take out like a person lad, tough man looking for men to punish. Yes. Oh, God, yes. I'll run that ad for you. You should add free service, completion guaranteed, very discreet. That's great. Add that. You're a great friend, Spidey. But how will they know how tough you are? They'll need to know you're in shape. I tell you what, I can send you a picture of me shirtless to run with the ad. Spider-Man, this is the best day. I just like tough man looking for men to punish.
Tough man looking for men to punish with his shirt off. I don't think that ad's going to go the way he plans.
Exactly. That's the whole point of the gag, Jamie.
Oh, no.
Nice to say that you're paying attention. It's great. There is an emergency call. Come quick. My friend was bitten by a wolf. Operator, where? No, a regular one.
Fuck's sake. Oh. All right, that was good.
No, bollocks. He didn't like it. He's like, oh.
It was so bad. It was great. One of them ones.
I've got another good one. I've got another one for you then. Jamie, why are vampires always wealthy in movies? Like, how do they make a living? If you've been alive since 1892 and still broke, just step into the sun.
It's a good point, though. What vampires do seem to be rich in these movies? It's a really good point.
Where am I at?
They're a rich person and steal their stuff.
All that. I love, right, how at the end of Home Alone 2, Kevin books it to the Central Park to give the homeless woman he befriended a fucking bird Christmas ornament and fails to invite her to his penthouse suite at the Plaza Hotel or, like, get her a hot meal on literal Christmas Day.
Yes! And the last thing that woman needed was more fucking birds.
Yeah, tell me, right?
I should have said that Piers Morgan-looking woman. Said it right. You're a great friend. You've really helped me out. Stay in the park with your birds. I'm going to live in there with my family.
Yeah, nice and warm, a nice hot meal. Fuck you.
You stay in the park on Christmas Day with no one but your fucking pigeons.
You can tell that I got these journal entries from Christmas because obviously they're still Christmas related. So I do apologise to everybody. I know it's January the 13th, but give me a break, all right? He's boiling an egg. He's boiling it twice. He's boiled it again. He's losing his mind. Santa Claus is repeatedly boiling an egg.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I thought it was absolutely fucking hilarious. And I'm going to end here because I think this is going to be a nice delve into discussion.
Okay.
Jamie, if band names were literal, what would be the worst concert to attend?
Oh.
Dying Fetus?
Oh, that's definitely got to be up there. Slayer, I think going to be good. 5-finger death punch. That can't be fun.
Nope. Fallout Boy just sounds like lads that are falling out their tops. So that'll probably be all right, wouldn't it?
A drowning pool. The whole area just turns into a big swimming pool.
Panic at the Disco.
UB40, where everyone just turns 40 years old.
Less than Jake. We're all less than Jake.
Everyone that's Jake in there just like,
that was shit. That was a shit joke. I'm so sorry.
I liked that one, actually.
That was shit. That was so bad.
I got one. Alien Ant Farm.
Oh, God.
That must be fucking terrifying.
Hell no.
I'm trying to think of someone that isn't a rock band, just because I feel like they're the ones we naturally go to.
Was cattle decapitation one we saw at Bloodstock?
Yes. Cattle decapitation are a band. Yes. Vegetarian death metal. There's
to know what you
basically, if you're in the world of metal, you do not want a literal band name.
No, not at all. I'm going to end on this one actually because I don't know. I wasn't very happy with my entrance into that last one, Jamie. So
okay.
I'm not saying a word without my lawyer present, but you are the lawyer. Exactly. So where's my present?
Fuck's sake. For fuck's sake.
And that was another edition of Tom's Journal. Thank you. I was so happy with that one.
I like that one. That's good.
So, Jamie.
Yes, sir.
We might as well bring that piece in.
Oh, come on, piece.
Welcome to the Chronicles of Sunday Friend. Sunday Friend is a musician and producer who was lovingly introduced to me via our good friend at the old Stay Cozy Clothing there, Braden Barry, or Say We Can Fly, for example, as he produced and took part in one of his EPs. Skeleton Heart, go and check it out right fucking now. But this is a conversation like no other.
This is absolutely fantastic. This is a man who has a passion for music like no other. It's either recording his own music and then sending them off to get other people to put vocals on them, or helping other people create their own songs, whether it be mixing it, mastering it, producing it, whatever it may be. The man is just dedicated to music. Like I said, whether it's his own or others, this man has a true passion for music, and you can tell when he's talking about it, that passion comes out in his voice. And yeah, this is a fantastic conversation.
So he's done songs with Kellin Quinn, Jordan from the Ready Set, and Carousel Kings, along with Say We Can Fly, Braden Barry himself. So yeah, this is it's good. It's great actually, and he's done songs with his other half as well. He's just like the nicest guy ever. I think more than anything else, he's just a genuinely lovely human. And we had a very good laugh. And basically, all I want to say right now is, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any final words at all?
Just a huge thank you to Mr. Friend. We absolutely loved sitting down and talking to you. This is an absolutely fascinating conversation. Like I said, we love talking to people who are really passionate about what they do. Everyone, go check out Sunday Friend. Go check out his music. Go check out the artists he's worked with. And yeah, enjoy this one, peeps.
Absolutely. Sunday Friend, thank you so much for taking your time out. Or John, I should say. Thank you so much for taking the time out to sit and chat to us. It was wonderful, very, very cozy of you. It's lovely to join us. We appreciate it so very much, as it took us a while to nail you down. And we hope that you all enjoy it. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, interviewing this week, it's Sunday Friend. Dude, thank you so much for doing this. I know you've been a bit of a busy boy, and it's been a while trying to nail you down, so I really appreciate you doing this. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm so pumped to talk to you guys. Thanks for asking me on.
No, well, I mean, you can thank Braden, actually, who then said you need to get in touch with my boy. So that's why, obviously, I did, I think, the middle of last year.
Cool.
So yeah, been buzzing. But I've been checking out your stuff today. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Nice.
So good. No, not at all. Not at all. So and obviously being from Pittsburgh, I'm a massive Steelers fan. So that was when you mentioned that was like, yes, absolutely beautiful.
That's awesome. You like the Steelers?
Yeah, I've been a Pittsburgh fan since 2004 because Kurt Angle was my hero when I was growing up. So that's just the reason why I became a massive Steelers fan. And then I got to tell him face to face in 2015, which was amazing. Wore a Big Ben jersey, and he was loving that. So then when you said you're from Pittsburgh, it's like, oh, fucking yes. This is going to be great. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet, man.
Didn't you go to Pittsburgh the other year, Tom?
I went in 2018, yeah.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? You did.
Oh, you've been here?
Yeah, I came 4 years ago to watch the Steelers play the Ravens. Unfortunately, we lost, but it was... I remember walking down the strip and I went to a McDonald's down there and the ladies behind the counter were like, oh my God, are you British? I was like, yeah. And they were like, holy shit, Shaniqua, get out here. There's a British guy here.
That's funny.
And then there was a family behind me with two kids. They're like, oh my God, he's from England. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, do you not get many Brits in Pittsburgh? Or...
That's funny.
It was weird. It was kind of like, I'm not, you know, I felt like a bit of a somebody for like 5 seconds. Like, oh, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you all.
making you feel special, you know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But yes, anyway, to the matter at hand. So how this works is Jamie is going to do like a really beautiful, really nice little sultry introduction to lure you in, John, make you feel nice and right at home. And then we're going to absolutely bombard the living shit at you with questions. How does that sound?
Let's get it. Let's do it.
Yes. Beautiful. Let's get going.
Let's do my intro.
I'll try my best.
Yeah.
Well, you should know all the answers. It's all about you, so you'd be fine.
That's right. Exactly.
Right, let's do my intro and we can get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, according to Urban Dictionary, a Sunday friend is the friend who's probably not good enough for a Saturday night, the friend that will call you back, the friend that cares about you. But this week, it is much more than that, because this week's guest is definitely good enough for a Saturday night, because that's when we're recording this interview. Today, we welcome another incredibly talented artist who we think that you should be checking out. This week's guest not only uses his talents to release his own music, but to help others by working with artists like our good friend Braden Barry, Carousel Kings, Kellin Quinn, and many more. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Chronicles of Sunday Friend.
Wow. Making me feel good about myself. I like it.
Yes, that's what we like. That's what we like.
Dang, all right, I can do anything now, you know?
You can.
Just use that as like your bio for Instagram or something now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to take that. This is recorded, so I'm just going to take it, use it for the bio for Instagram now.
Yes,
that's what we like.
Perfect. First things first, however, how was your Christmas and New Year?
Good. Busy. Seeing a lot of family and stuff. Yeah, just kind of like I have family in Pittsburgh. Like I live probably like hour from Pittsburgh, actually, hour outside of Pittsburgh. So seeing some family there, seeing some family in Latrobe, which is kind of like 30 minutes from where I live now. Still working to get them out, like with my day job and stuff. So really, really busy. And haven't been able to like do much music stuff this month, but insanely excited to get back to it starting next week, like officially back into it next week. But it was good. Like, it's crazy though, like how much, you know, the holidays take out of you, like just seeing so many people, like talking all the time. So I'm kind of excited for it to slow down a little bit. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that. I mean, it's a lot, you know?
It absolutely is, and especially if like in America, because you've got Thanksgiving just before. It's just as big of a deal over there. So it's like family. Oh, you can have a week off. More family.
Yeah, it was so good though. Like seeing all my family and everything and friends. Like it was great catching up with people. But excited to for it to slow down and work on some more music and stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, good. I'm pleased to hear it. Also, before we get really into it as well, is I know this was a while ago now, so I'm trying to change this up a little bit. But how was your pandemic season? Like the last couple of years, how has things been for you there?
Yeah, for the pandemic, I'd say it was in a way like good to just be able to kind of hang inside and work on stuff. And that's like during that time, that's when I really focused on electronic music, like going kind of from pop punk to more like electronic stuff, and like watching a ton of YouTube videos and really trying to learn like how people make this stuff that I've loved for so long. And so it kind of, helped in that way. But it's a crazy time. I mean, I'm glad to see that it's maybe kind of getting back to normal. It was just such a weird time. But it was slower as far as like, I wasn't playing shows or anything. I wasn't even thinking about shows or anything, but got to kind of just stay inside and write and whatnot and learn about production.
Like, it's good to use that time productively though, because you're stuck in the house. Let's use that time. Let's do something. Let's do something fun, new, different.
Exactly. Like, it was really exciting just to kind of like bridge the gap from like pop punk and like rock and stuff, and just really start to learn more about like electronic stuff, because I've been listening to electronic stuff for years and like never really dove into it with like good software and stuff, and never really thought about it too much in depth. But yeah, during that time definitely started to give me some time to really hone in on it.
Amazing. So take us back, sir, to the days of young master friend. What did you want to be when you what did you want to do when you grew up? Was it always music for you, or was there another path entirely originally?
What did I want to be when I would grow up? That's a great question. Yeah, when I was really young, thought I'd be interested in being a doctor, like a physician, but then kind of stopped really, being interested in that in like high school. The big thing I always would want, I guess, was to do music and whatnot, and just have like a good like business job on the side as well, which is what I do. Like, I work in HR as like a day job, and then do music on the side. So kind of always just had that in mind, I guess. But when I was really young, like, I guess like what you're maybe asking is like, what was your like childhood fantasy, like what like were you interested in? I kind of was interested in being a doctor back in the day, like a physician, but never went to do that.
I love how kids,
aim for the stars. They always aim for the stars. Okay?
Absolutely, I love that kid's idea of like, it's either astronaut, doctor, police officer. It's always the big ones, and then as you get older, it gets narrower and narrower.
Yeah.
So actually, I'll work in HR.
What's that?
So actually, instead of a doctor, I'm going to work in HR. Sort of.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Right. Naturally, I'll just go to HR. No, but always just kind of had music in mind. Like, just have always loved it and wanted to keep doing it.
Incredible. Obviously, in order to become a musician, like you said, you must first have a love for music. Where did that love for music come from? Has it always been there? Was it like a certain song you heard and you're just like, God, I love this stuff?
Yeah. It really, like, I always just like was drawn to music ever since I was super young. My mom had a huge part in that. So like when she would pick us up from school and stuff and take us places, my mom would always just be playing like Michael Jackson, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Shaka Khan, and like all these like awesome pop artists and stuff, and just always like loved it, like I'd be like, Mom, turn on that song, and like just really was always into it. And then my older brother started playing guitar, and then like when he started playing guitar, I was like 7 or 8 at the time. Like I would always just like sneak into his room and like start dabbling on his guitar, and kind of like sound stuff out by ear, like songs I would hear like that my mom would play, or like stuff that I knew about and whatnot. And we just kind of like noodle with it and whatnot. So that's kind of like how it started, I guess. Yes, my mom really like always had us listening to music and whatnot.
It's amazing. I was actually listening to NSYNC yesterday, I think.
It's so good. It's so good. Like such good pop music. It's so catchy.
Yeah. It's not the same anymore, I don't think. You're not going to get pop or bye this day and age. It'll be something auto-tuned, maybe just talked at rather than sang and that sort of thing. And I'm not trying to like shit on the music world these days, but I think that it's almost getting easier for people to become artists now. the real talent sort of thing is being like sort of pushed aside slightly because you've got computers now and the technology that people can be like, they can literally just be like, oh, oh, and then they can literally put it into the auto-tune thing and it's like, oh, oh, oh. You know what I mean? So...
There's so many tools that can just kind of make it good, you know?
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. I'm not trying to shit on you there, John. I promise you. All right. It was just...
no.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut this off right now. No, yeah, I know where you're coming from for sure. Yeah.
What makes me laugh with that sort of music is when we were growing up, you're like, not rubbish pop music. Now you listen to it as a grown up, you're like, I tell you what, that stuff was good. Like,
right,
you listen to the beats and the melodies, they were good. They were so well made.
Easy listening, and like, I mean, at least to my knowledge, like stuff like that was really new at the time, you know, so it was really cool.
We need more choreographed bands these days as well. There's none anymore. There's no choreographed dance moves anymore.
Right. Yeah. I guess the last one was maybe like One Direction or something.
Yeah,
right?
probably. I'd probably say the last boy band. Yeah, probably are.
Did they do dance moves?
I don't think they did. I think there's one video where they've got the open shirts. That was a classic boy band move as well, wasn't it? With the six packs on the beach. It's always white shirt, like
grab. Same thing, yeah.
But listening to your music and the artists you work with, there's a wide range of eclectic styles there. Have you always been into different styles of music, or has your taste sort of like widened as you've grown?
Yeah. So back in the day, like, so after like I started playing guitar and stuff, like 6th, 7th grade, was really into pop punk and was just kind of mostly into pop punk, like Hawthorne Heights, Fall Out Boy, Reliant K, like all those bands. And then, Green Day was actually the first love. So Green Day was like 6th grade, really liked them. And then after that, kind of went more into like more modern pop rock, pop punk, like Fall Out Boy, Reliant K, and then like Hawthorne Heights. And then Hawthorne Heights is like a band that like screams a little bit, I guess what you could say, like a little bit harder in a way. And that kind of started to get me into more, I guess, like metalcore or like post-hardcore music that's really melodic a lot, but like really melodic, but also has screaming in it. So really started to get into screaming music with clean vocals and whatnot. So from like in grade school to high school, it was like kind of only listen to that pop punk and like post-hardcore. But then late high school, I would always listen to like rap music, like Lil Wayne and Drake, to get excited for lacrosse games and stuff, because I played lacrosse all through high school. And just like would listen to Lil Wayne and Drake to get like pumped up for the game, I guess. And then so it went from like just like a hype music to like get me excited and stuff to more so like, wow, like I actually really like this. Like I'd listen to this like on my own time. So then started to get into like hip hop a lot, rap music, like Eminem, Lil Wayne, Drake, all that stuff I've always really liked. Then in college, I heard this dude on my lacrosse team in college junior year showed me this EDM song from this band Cruella, who I still like to this day, from this group Cruella. And it was just like really cool, like sounded kind of like a pop punk song, like had a lot of cool melodic elements in it, and was just really catchy and upbeat, but was like all electronic and stuff. And I was just fell in love like right away, like fell in love with EDM music. So that's when I started listening to like all the rock stuff, hip hop, but also EDM. So I'd say like, you know, these days, after I kind of opened up my mind after getting into electronic music and kind of thinking about stuff other than pop punk and stuff other than like rap and EDM, like that just kind of opened up my eyes to all different kinds of stuff. So I listen to everything now. Now I love obviously like EDM and rock and stuff, but I also love like country music, love rap and hip hop. I love all different types of like trap music and stuff. Like I just love like hard trap music, just kind of gets me going, you know, makes me feel like really cool when I listen to it and stuff. And I also love, never got into like super hard metal, like really like, I don't know, like gent or stuff like that, blast beats, like all that stuff. Like never really followed that much, but still my one buddy introduced me to a lot of good like melodic, harder bands. So I like that kind of stuff. And then I also love acoustic music. So like when I heard Braden for the first time, I was like, it's sick, reminds me of like Secondhand Serenade and all that.
Yeah.
So I love that world as well. In college, I really loved acoustic music, and that was probably like my favorite genre at the time. So acoustics definitely like has a big place in my heart. And then those are probably my main genres that I mostly listen to. But it's kind of like all over the place. Like I love a lot of stuff. Country's a new one. That's one that I really started liking in the past couple of years.
I found that country is starting to really come into its own. Like it's massively over here now. Because back in the day, I don't think I knew anyone. Maybe Dolly Parton was the only real, and Shania Twain were the only two that anyone ever listened to over here. And now you've got like Florida Georgia Line and Sam Hunt and Luke Bryan and Luke Combs, and there's so many people. Like I love it. I literally listened to Florida Georgia Line probably about 2008, and then like that whole like pop rock country type vibe is just amazing. Like I can't get enough. Yeah,
so catchy, and like they are really taking production. Like they're really doing up the production in the recent country songs. Like I'm just noticing there's like cool beats thrown in there and stuff, as opposed to like acoustic drums. Like I love acoustic drums and stuff, but it's so cool how they're incorporating like beats and like electronic type stuff. And the singers are just always so good, and they're always so good live too, which I've noticed.
Kane Brown is a massive example of that, I think, as well. He's phenomenal. So I think he brings that soul sort of rap vibe into it as well. Like anyway, I could talk about it for years. So sorry about that. But obviously, with your massive eclectic taste in music, then is this why you sort of went down the production route as well? To be like, I love playing, I love performing and writing as well, but I also want to go down this road of the electronic side.
Yeah. Just always been really like fascinated with music and how it's made, and like I've always just been really like interested in like different types of sounds and the way like chords come together, and like lead guitars come together with chords and vocals, and just like always love just jamming on guitar. And like I started playing drums, like I started music with drums, so like that always fueled my interest in music. But just like after jamming and stuff for so long, like then I just started to be like, why don't I just like back in the day, I would always just make demos and then have somebody record it for me and like, do all the production and stuff. But then I just thought like, I'm just going to try to do the production side myself. And it was just really easy to get into, because like, I love just like listening to stuff. Like I love just sitting down and like listening, and I don't care like how much time it takes to like find the right sound or to like make something sound cool or sound good. So yeah, it was easy to get into. It's really a fun process.
But what was it that made you go that one day, like, okay, I've got this love for music, I love all this. What was it that made you go, do you know what? I'm going to play music. I'm actually going to start doing this myself.
Yeah. Like as far as like start playing guitar, or like start getting into like writing music and stuff.
Getting to writing it, deciding this is what I want to do with my life.
Yeah. I would say like in high school, I was really focused on like playing lacrosse and stuff, which was awesome. Like I love playing lacrosse and whatnot. But then like junior year of high school, I saw this show. It was Taking Back Sunday at this local college, St. Vincent College. And so it was like junior year of high school, like been focused on lacrosse like most of high school, which was awesome. Again, like I loved playing it and stuff, but kind of got away from like music, thinking about like playing music, thinking about being in a band, thinking about playing live, recording anything. Because last time I really did any of that kind of stuff was 8th grade. And then when I got into high school, kind of got away from it. But then I saw Taking Back Sunday at this college, and Adam, the singer, was up there just like looking so cool, just being so cool. And I was like, and like I loved all their music and stuff. And I was just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like today's the day I'm getting back into it and gonna start. And then I got started, like recording stuff on a laptop using GarageBand after that.
That's awesome. But was the dream for you, because obviously you say you saw Taking Back Sunday, like I want to do this, but was it always wanting to be a solo artist, or was it to be a band, or you just take what you could get?
Kind of both. Like at that time, it was definitely being a band. So like from then till like after college, I was always in like a few local bands, just jamming, playing some shows, writing songs. Couple times in there was doing solo stuff. So like in between some bands was doing solo stuff. But then, a few years ago when I started getting like into production stuff, kind of just started to do mostly solo stuff.
You remember your first band's name?
Yeah, it was a greater. Oh no, the first one was 8th grade, Acadia, and
nice.
It was so much fun. And then we played at like my church. I'll never forget. Like one of our first shows, we played at my church at the time, and it was such a terrible experience for everybody. We were so loud. And like everybody like in this church basement, it was like a church, like it wasn't even like a show like for kids that like music. It was like a church picnic in this basement with like people of all ages there, and it was just they weren't interested in it. Yeah, but it was still like me and the people in the band had so much fun, but like it was just the biggest thing was just so loud where like it was like a normal nice event, like really well put together event. People were trying to enjoy like their Sunday, hang out with their family, and we're like literally playing like Hawthorne Heights and like Blink-182 like really loud in this basement. So that was fun. But like I loved it. Like I still talk to some of the guys that were in that band to this day. It was a really fun experience. And then next band after that was high school, was A Greater State, which it was fun. Yeah, it was cool. Played some shows in Pittsburgh. None of the bands I was in, like we were ever did anything crazy, but it was still fun.
I love it. I love it so much. So in the intro, I was talking about the Urban Dictionary definition of a Sunday friend. But where did the name come from for you to have you want to use that name?
Yeah, I had a childhood friend at one time. It's weird. It's like one of my first memories. Like, how we all have our first memories and stuff. One of my first memories was I was just hanging out with my childhood friend. He just kind of referred to one of his friends as a Sunday friend. And it was something that I've never heard before.
Okay.
But I like knew exactly what he meant right after he said it. And he said like, yeah, Matthew's my Sunday friend. And I was like, it's kind of stuck with me. So first of all, I hate like trying to choose a band name or an artist name and stuff. So when I started this project, this like electronic project, I was starting to try to think of a name. And then for some reason that popped up. I was like, kind of sounds cool. Sunday friend. And then I just kind of chose it from there. Just literally just kind of based off it sounding cool, I guess, to me, or sounding like it could be a cool band name. I was thinking about just using my name, but always really liked the idea of like making it a band type name for a solo project. Like I always loved how like Jordan Witzigreuter, like from the Ready Set, had like the Ready Set. Like I thought that was always cool. I liked how like John from Secondhand Serenade had Secondhand Serenade. Like I like Braden, how he has Say We Can Fly. Like I just always thought it was cool to have like a band name, and plus, it makes it in a way like less personal or something. Like this is your project. It's not all on me or something. Like this is part of the Sunday Friend project. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So the Sunday Friend project, as you just said to it, this is all you. You write, record, sing, everything. All you.
I would say it's not all me in that like when I produce the track, I'll get say like a vocal from somebody and then produce the track around it. But then I do get stuff mixed mastered. So I'll send out stems of like all the tracks and stuff that I make for the song. And then I do get a mixed master, which means like they just beef it up and then like make it louder, make it smoother, punchier, that kind of thing. So I do the production, but then some people do the mixing, mastering. And also I'll ask them sometimes to add like some extra production. But everything except just the final touches of production and stuff, and mixing and mastering. Yep. Yeah, I play the guitars, bass, produce the drums. I haven't sang on a Sunday Friend track yet, but I'm thinking about it. Because I used to do singing like on some tracks, thinking about doing like one song just for fun. But yeah, everything is as far as like the writing, production side, yeah, I do that.
That's nuts, because I was watching your YouTube video, your YouTube channel, should I say, and you did the video for 22, I think it's like 9 or 10 years ago now. And you literally are playing everything in it. You're singing in it, you play the bass, the guitar, and the drumming in it as well. It was awesome. So yeah, that's why it's great. And the cover of Under Oath, oh my ass, incredible.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Really like it. And I like the spin on it, because I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's like the fact that you just kept it like chill, and it's just great. It's really good.
Do you like Under Oath?
Yes. When I was growing up, I did. They came back, didn't they, and brought an album out. I think I liked one song, which is In Motion. But they're how to explain it? They're a bit of a, I like some, but not all, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'll pick a few songs ago. Yeah.
Really big fan of their Only Chasing Safety, that album. Yeah,
That
so
is
good. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff, that's their stuff that I really like. And then that one song, Writing on the Walls, it's really good.
Yes, that's a great track.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that was fun. That was fun doing that. With that cover, I played the guitars and sang, and then my buddy Mike, that was like kind of before I was doing the Sunday Friend stuff. My buddy Mike did production on that, and he's so good. And I was pumped how that turned out.
And the Simple Plan one, that's also really good. Sorry, it just came to mind.
It's very just taking it back to that 22 cover. Like, I was listening, I just had your songs on shuffle on Spotify earlier on. And it came on, and I was like, why do I know this? I was singing along to it. I was like, why do I know this? And then I was like, don't know about you. I was like, I know this.
when the chorus hits, that's what you know. Right?
I was like, why do I know a Taylor Swift song? I don't know why, but there we go. So when it comes to songwriting and stuff like that, where do you get your influence for your lyrics? Is it all from like personal feelings, or is it just made up stuff, or a bit of both?
For as far as vocals go, with this project, I wanted to focus more on like writing instrumentals and like writing the instruments and production and stuff. So with these new songs, the singer will usually write the lyrics. So I'll like ask a vocalist to collab, and then like if they agree, then I'll say like, here's like a rough demo of something I'm working on, and they'll like write vocals to that, which is awesome because back in the day I would write songs with vocals and stuff. Like I would sing, I would write the lyrics, and was never that good at it. So kind of like excited to like focus more on the instrumental side of everything, and like having like a vocalist do that. But it is a goal of mine, like in the next year or so, to just try to release like another song that would just be Sunday Friend and like me singing, but still have like the electronic vibe. But in the past, it would just be personal stuff, I would guess.
The Kellin Quinn one, again, I'm just going to start like, praising near enough everything you've done. The track with Kellin Quinn, I absolutely love. And the one with Dominic Bucci as well. Did I say that correctly?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. There's Back to You. That's an absolutely just those. I put them on quite a few times. Like, I'm really enjoying this song. Let's put it on again.
Awesome. So, thank you.
Yeah, no worries at all. So you produced, helped Braden with Skeleton Heart, his EP that he released late last year. With Daisy, Skeleton Heart, and 27. How did you and Braden meet? How did that come together?
Yeah. So this was like after I released that Last Time song with Kellin Quinn, started reaching out to artists to see if they'd be interested in collabing, kind of same way. Yeah, I would do. Not really similar to how I did with Kellin, but like just kind of got excited about that song. And like, I was like, I want to kind of try to do this a little bit more, try to reach out to some artists that I've been listening to for a while, that are a little bigger and stuff. So I started reaching out to artists, and Braden was one of them. And then didn't get back to me like right at first, but hit him up again. And then he agreed. Yeah, he agreed to do a collab for this new song that I'm going to be releasing actually in May with him. Mm-hmm. So we did a song before we even like did the Skeleton Heart thing. So so he got back to me, said like, yeah, I'm down to feature on a song. So I sent him over just like an acoustic demo that I made one Saturday morning. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. Like I'll sing on it. And then he sent back his vocal, and then I like produced around his vocal and like using kind of the idea from the acoustic guitar and whatnot. And then so I finished the song, like produced everything, and then like was really excited about it, sent it to him, and he was like so pumped on it. And then sent me a voice recording on his phone saying like, dude, I'm so excited about this. Like, I'm really excited about this track. One of my favorite tracks I've been a part of. I'm thinking about doing this EP, and I wanted to see if you'd be interested in like collabing on it and like helping produce it. And then I was just like so amped up. Like that was really exciting. Cause I've just loved his stuff for a long, long time. So it was kind of similar to like collabing with Jordan from the Radio Side, who I've loved for a while. It was just cool, It was like, all right, I'm going to work with this guy that I've, been listening to for a while. So then he said, then he's like, yeah, do you want to do this? And then I was looking at like time and stuff and seeing if I had time to do it. And I said I'd let him know in like 2 or 3 days. And then I just thought about it and listened to like some of the tracks he sent over for the EP, and I just fell in love with them and then told him I would do it. So then we already had Patience done. That's the song that we're going to release like around May. But then, then we finished the Skeleton Heart EP, and that was really fun. Like we were just really collabing on it, working on it like together. I'd send him ideas, seeing if he was good with it, all that stuff. And it worked out really well.
That's great. It's really fucking good. Yeah. So you did an absolute slap. I mean, I'm not a producer in any way, shape, or form, but out the park, John. Out the park.
The cool thing about that EP is like at first I was like, because like producing like electronic songs, at least for me, like takes a good amount of time. Like I like to like work on them for a full day, sit on them, go back, sit on them, go back, and like it takes like several months, at least for me to like really finish a song, because I like to like kind of comb through it, make sure everything's really, really good. But with that one, it just kind of for some reason just came really natural. Like I just loved his like the start of all of his songs. So I just dove into it and just really liked it. Like, so that just made it really easy to write around it and produce it. Just kind of genuinely liking like all the songs that much just from the start. So it was a really easy process,
Yeah, which is good. You want them to be nice and smooth and not be like, oh, for crying out loud, that's not going the way I want to. That doesn't sound this way.
Yeah, exactly. I was worried I was going to be like, I was worried because it was 3 songs, and like we didn't have like a crazy amount of time to finish it.
Yeah.
He said like, yeah, this is the timeline. And I was thinking like 3 songs, like that could be tough. But I was like, but then when I listened to them, I'm like, I'm so excited about these songs. I think I can kind of just hammer through it and get into it. And yeah, so it was a really like smooth, easy process.
That's great. You love those sort of moments. And like, I bet when you so I take it you reached out to Kellin, Jordan and the Carousel Kings. Is that how that worked out? Because the Carousel Kings song also Disappear is fucking fantastic. Sorry, I do apologize. It's absolutely incredible. Like I'm hyped and I'm just like buzzing off it.
He swears when he gets excited, bless him.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the website Featured X?
No.
It's this website where it's like pretty crazy. There's like so many singers on there, where you can request a feature through that website for some people to feature on your song. So like there's multiple singers on this website, and you just like send them a request through the website. So it's called featuredx.com. So that's how I got Kellin. So it was kind of a weird thing. Like I had a song that was fully finished, with a vocalist on it and everything. I loved it. Like the vocalist, Her name's Audrey. She's like incredibly talented. She's so good. And we had this song finished, and then I just randomly was like going through Instagram and saw Kellin, because I followed him on Instagram, saw him post about Featured X and the fact that he was going to be on it. Like he has a profile on it and like is taking feature requests. And I was like, huh. Like I like always loved Kellin, loved Sleeping with Sirens. I was like,
yeah, good band.
Yeah, it was just like one random night, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I'm just for fun, I'm gonna send him the instrumental to that song with Audrey. So I like, and I was saying like, there's no way like he would respond. It's like he's just huge, you know. And then like I woke up the next morning to a email that said like Kellin Quinn approved your feature request, and had like a message that said like, hey John, like this, because I put in the request like, please, you know, write a full top line vocal, you know, with lyrics and stuff. And he's like, what subject matter you want me to focus on? Like just trying to get it started, or, you know, he was getting it started. And I just like couldn't believe it. I was so excited. And like, of course, like you have to pay for these types of things. And I was like looking at the price and I was like, yeah, I could do this. And then I drank a lot of coffee that morning. I'm just like really excited. And I was like, I'm going to do it. So I sent back like the payment, sent back like what I wanted in the song. He sent back the vocals and it sounded awesome. And that's how it happened with Kellin.
That's incredible. Like I said, great. Everybody's going to check that bad boy out. It's wonderful.
Definitely. It is good. It's great.
I'm still taking the top line from Audrey's vocal that she had for that song. I'm already working on something for that song that we had before. But it was just crazy how it all worked out, because it was like at the last minute, like I took the instrumental, just like sent it to him, and I was like, holy crap, you know, I can't believe it. He like agreed to it. So it was cool, yeah. Jordan. So I've loved the Ready Set like forever. Like he was one of my first like favorite bands, like in the Warped Tour scene and stuff. So really always liked him, and just like had my eye on like always wanting to like work with him. And it was the same kind of thing. I was like, there's no way like this would ever happen, but I'm just gonna like see what he says. So naturally I hit him through the DMs and Instagram. And then I just DM'd him, was like, hey, like I know I'm like a very small artist, but you know, I always loved your stuff. Wanted to see if you'd ever be interested in working together. And he said, like, here's my manager's email. You know, shoot him an email. Maybe we could talk about working on something. And then, yeah. And then right. And then I hit up his manager, and then he got back to me, and like I hit him up with like some references of some songs I've done, including the Kellin Quinn song, and then like a rock song I've done kind of recently to when I sent it, and then also the Dom Busey song as well. And he's like, yeah, Jordan's interested in doing this, and then like had to pay for that, of course, but I was fine with that. You know, I just wanted to kind of get started. Yeah. These like bigger artists, and then I was like really excited about that, and we both agreed that we would do it. So then we did that. So that was kind of through just Instagram, and then emailing his manager. Oh, Carousel Kings. What's that?
Yeah. No, carry on.
Yeah, Carousel Kings. That one was really cool because their producer, his name's Grant. He's awesome. He mixed and mastered stuff for me before. He mixed the song "Need You," "Can't Forget," "Won't Think Twice," and "I'll Be Fine." And so I like worked with him before, and then he also mixed and mastered I have this like other rock project that I was doing before, Magnolia Project is what it's called. And he mixed mastered that whole album. So like I've worked with him before, Grant, you know, and he's also the producer for Carousel Kings. And he just emailed me one day. Random, I just like was not expecting it on. Like I've liked Carousel Kings for a while as well. Like I would listen to them in high school and stuff, in college. And some of my close friends around here knew of them. Knew them, and some, you know, knew of them. Like, so I always kind of knew of them. And he actually just emailed me and said, hey, me and Carousel Kings are working on this song. And we kind of want to do like a EDM/rock style track, kind of similar. He used the "A Day to Remember" and "Marshmallow" song Rescue.
Oh, I love that track so much.
He like sent that as a reference, and said like, would you be interested in doing this? Like, would you be interested in collabing with them on this track idea that we have? And I was so pumped. It was a Friday morning. I just remember it like it was yesterday. It was so exciting, like them asking me to do that. So so then I said yes, and then Carousel Kings was cool because it was so funny. Grant's like, yeah, when we have this session coming up soon, like, can you write an instrumental? Can you like write an instrumental in like the next 2 weeks or something? So I was like, yeah. So I just like buckled down and did it. And then we ended up, all of us meeting in the studio, me, Grant, and then the singer and the guitarist of Carousel Kings, David and Will. And then we just all met in the studio. Everybody vibed really well. Like, it was just a really fun day. We worked on the instrumental that I sent over. David wrote all the vocals that day, which I was like super impressed about because like I said, like I've always struggled with writing good vocals, good lyrics, but he just kind of like in the studio, just like thinking of stuff. And, you know, it was really, really cool to see it all happen. So we wrote the vocals, and then Will added some guitars that day. Then a couple months later, they sent back Grant, the producer, sent me back stems from that session. Then I worked on it more. Then I sent it back to them, and then they did more stuff to it. And then we had the final product. So that was
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, it was like a really like cool collab, and that like it was a lot of back and forth, and yeah, so that was good.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really clever. It's like, here's my version. Now you add your stuff. Now you add your stuff. Now you add. Now we're done.
Yeah.
It's good. We're good now. It's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You did touch on something a minute ago that I did want to talk about, because I was doing my research and discovered the project you just mentioned called Magnolia Project. And quite frankly, that album is fantastic. Like, I put it on last night and I was like, yeah, this is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I could not stop listening to it. But in your social media post about it, you stated that the project meant so much to you. What was so special about that project?
Yeah, that was a special one because I remember the way that it came about was me and my good friend Seth. I was probably like 23, 24 at the time. And me and him were just like hanging out every weekend, like writing, like starting to write songs together. We were both kind of going through like a little bit of a rough patch together. And like each of us were going through a rough patch. And then, but like we just were hanging out a lot of that time, you know, and that was like making us feel better, I guess, you know, having somebody to chill with and whatnot. And then we started like writing songs together. And it was just a really good like coping thing, like made us both, you know, have something to look forward to. It was just a really good experience for both of us. And so we started writing songs together. We knew we were going to do an EP. We just didn't have a singer. We had this idea of like featuring a different vocalist on each track. And we were like, whew, that would be like maybe too much. Yeah, we just did like So anyway, so that was the kind of where it started. Like we were both in this kind of like rough patch, and like it was just a really good experience, like starting to write songs together. And then one day I like was moving to Harrisburg. I was moving away from the Latrobe area and moving like three hours across the state. So I was like, yeah, what are we going to do with these songs? You know, I'm moving away. Like I won't see you as much and stuff. And then he was like, I don't know, like, should we keep doing them or anything? But we both decided we wanted to like stick with these songs. And then I found a singer for the project through Craigslist in this new town I was living in, Mechanicsburg, and found the singer through Craigslist, which like was kind of like sketchy, obviously. But it just worked out so well. Like I moved to this new town. It was for work. Moved to this new town in Harrisburg, and then posted something on Craigslist like, hey, I just moved here. Me and my buddy have this project. We're looking for a singer. Is anybody interested? And then like got some responses back, and then found this one guy, like he sent me back some demos for it. And that like some vocal demos on top of the instrumentals we were writing, and they sounded really good. So I was like, all right, let's meet up. So we met at this bar in Mechanicsburg and just hit it off. And then he ended up being the vocalist for that project. And one of my like only friends in Mechanicsburg after living there for 2.5 years. But it was cool. No, it was awesome. Like it was so random to be able to just meet somebody who was just definitely into that kind of music and like understood like the sound we were going for, and also have just a really good voice and really good at writing. So this whole I guess what was so special was like the whole project was over a span of like 3 years. Like it took 3 years to bring that EP to completion. And there was a time when we thought like we might not finish all the songs, which, was discouraging, but it was awesome to be able to find a singer who kind of brought it to a close,
It's like, Tom's going to mock me because I like saying this when I enjoy things, but it is superb. Like I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah. And that was that was probably like the first, another thing that was really special about it, to me at least, was like probably the first rock project that I had that I like really focused on the lead guitars and like focused on the guitars and didn't just kind of like play familiar stuff, didn't just play like whatever came to me and then recorded it. Like really like focused a lot in on it and tried to be more detail oriented with the guitars and stuff and all the writing and whatnot. So that was one that, we just spent a lot of time on and really honed in on.
Is there plans to do another one, or is it just this one-off special moment to help you two guys get through your problems?
Me and Seth have talked about doing like a single or something in the next year or something. Me, Seth, and John. Yeah, John was the singer. Yeah. We talked about doing a single. I think maybe.
Excited now.
A question I like to ask every single musician, producer, whatever they are within the music, variety, I guess, is music videos, John. Do you love them or do you hate them? Making them, that is.
Making them?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good question. And it comes at a good time because I am looking at my releases for 2023, wondering if I want to do videos. So as far as music videos go, I love like the final product of them. I think it's cool to have something for the listener to visualize or like to see while they listen to the song, because then what they like see from the music video, it kind of goes with their listening experience, and then that kind of like travels with them every time they listen to it, I think, which is cool. Makes for a different experience for them. Making them, I don't know, sometimes I don't like how I look on camera or something, but I love like if there is a cool shot or something. And I don't produce the videos or anything. My girlfriend, she is awesome and like produces all the videos for me. So I like that. I'm really thankful that like she does that. Like that just really helps. Because I have no idea like how to do video work or anything. But to answer your question, I would say hate them.
We get such a random
answers for that one. The reason I say that is it's hard to like, I don't know, I guess I've just kind of peaked with the video thing and just making the studio video, just playing guitar and stuff. I never really gotten into like having ever having like a storyline or something. But it's always tough to find like a storyline or something for a video, I think. That's probably why it sometimes can be challenging. But it's just sometimes it's kind of tough to find the right shots and think of a cool, idea for the video. But the final product is cool. I think a video sometimes is necessary. I think for 2023 though, I'm going to focus more on just making like short videos, for like Instagram and like Facebook or something, and focus more on like pushing the listens to Spotify, I think. So I don't think we're going to be doing many videos, like full length videos in 2023, more so just kind of short videos for Instagram.
Okay.
Makes sense. It always makes me laugh when we have this conversation on music videos, because you get such varied responses, but it always generally turns around to, I absolutely hate it. It's a nightmare.
right. Yeah.
So obviously we were talking a little while about all the artists you've worked with, but are there any artists that are on like your bucket list, the people you really want to work with? Which like a name's on that list, and I'm going to tick it one day. God damn it!
Breathe Carolina.
Oh,
you know who that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that song? Yeah, I'm only getting started. That Blackout song.
I don't think I know. I'm trying to think what I've heard like one or two songs by them. I don't think I've heard that one though.
Yeah, they're definitely like them. Yeah, I've always loved like them and the Ready Set. They've always been like the groups that really like, kind of took me from like pop punk to electronic, because they both kind of do both, of that.
Yeah.
So they bridge the gap from that. So that they mean a lot to me, those two groups. So Breathe Carolina for sure is someone I'd love to maybe collab with in the future. And then as far as like, huge like fantasy or like who I'd like Skrillex would be awesome, obviously.
Yeah.
He's like he's like the like go-to producer guy, the go-to electronic guy.
Be amazing. But obviously we're at the beginning of 2023. What are you hoping to achieve and looking forward to seeing come together this year? Whether that be a certain goal in your mind or something you've got already planned and ready to go.
For 2023, I want to release. I have about 3 unreleased, like fully finished tracks that I want to release. Then I'm working on a remix and then some other like originals and then one cover with a couple groups. So release those, finish those. I want to try to make more like how I made it videos and post them online, like kind of like walking people through the process of like how one of my songs came together. So like do more of that kind of stuff, just short videos of like how stuff came together. And then I want to do like a big, bigger like collab in 2023, like try to get something like that started, like reach out to somebody and, get like a bigger collab. Just one is the goal for this year. I was thinking about that recently.
I mean, you've got quite a back catalogue already, so I don't think you're going to struggle.
Yeah, so that's kind of the goal. I'm excited about 2023. It's going to be a good year. I'm excited, and a big thing is starting the year with like some songs that are already ready to go. Like I'm excited about that. The fact that I'm not starting the year like with unfinished songs. Like it's kind of nice to have some momentum. Songs that are just already ready to go, and just now it's kind of fun just to plan release dates.
I stumbled across a cover that you did. It was only which is Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
Oh, cool.
That's also sensational with Anna, I think her name is, who was singing on it.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend that does all the videos and stuff.
Oh, banging. Yeah, there we go then. Yeah, that's really good. Really, really good. I was just, because again, I was just scrolling through YouTube and I was like, I mean, hell of a song to go for. So I was like, let's have a little butchers at this. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. But sorry, Carol.
No, yeah, that one was fun. That was me and Anna just like woke up one day. This was probably like 2 years ago or something. And just drank a lot of coffee. Coffee, you're hearing me mention coffee a good amount. Coffee is kind of what gets me started on something, on music stuff. So like a good Saturday morning, drink a coffee that just kind of gets me going. And then before you know it, like working on something and really into it. So we drank coffee, and I've always loved the Fast Car song. That's one of the songs my mom would always play back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I think I just started jamming on it on guitar, and like Anna started singing to it, and we're like, let's just make this track today for fun. We got nothing else to do. So that's how it came to be. That was a fun one. It was kind of fun to try to take like such like a classic song like that and like make it even like a little bit EDM like I put like vocal pops in there and stuff. It was in a way kind of funny, but I love how that one turned out. Yeah,
it's great. It really worked out well. And again, I'm not even a music producer, and I absolutely loved it. But I'm assuming you don't have an album because you've got songs that you're working. Because can you make an album with other people singing? Do you have to have consent from them, or how does that work?
I think you can. Yeah. You could, like, I could release an EP or an album with different singers on each track. But right now, the goal is just kind of to release singles.
Okay.
And kind of like push those as much as possible. That's kind of the goal there. It's just to kind of, release singles. Everybody focuses on that. And then that's a long-term goal, though, is to make an album. I think that would be really sick. That'd be crazy. Yeah. I think the goal number would be like 10 to 12 songs. It'd be an adventure getting all those done. But that's a long-term goal, is possibly an album.
Different singles in each one?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. That'd be better. And then have like do like the sneaky end track that used to back in the day, where it takes like 50 minutes to get to the last song to get to the end, which is like, which then a song that you've sang.
Oh, that's right. Exactly.
That'd be amazing.
And then you also have like the ones that are like in parentheses, like bonus track or something.
Yeah.
I love when bands would do that back in the day. That was so cool.
That was great. I don't know why they stopped.
Yeah. We'll get back there.
I think what you're doing with the releasing the singles is we had a conversation with Caslow, I believe.
Oh, I love that. And I watched your guys interview with them.
Yes.
You guys are that was a really good interview, and I love that group. They're actually like one of my first loves in EDM music.
That's amazing.
And I have them mix and master stuff now, so kind of work with them.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
They mix and mastered me and Braden's EP. Yeah.
Oh yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. They're awesome. Really good guys.
But they were saying there, like, it's the modern generation and how things just turn around so fast nowadays. It's easier to just release single, instead of bulking it all together and going, here's an album.
Exactly. Like, these days, people's attention spans, mine included, are just really short. And just kind of want maybe just a single just to kind of focus on for a little bit and then go to the next single a few weeks later or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that's kind of why singles work best right now, is because we all just kind of want that instant gratification. But I still love the concept of an album, like the amount of work that goes into an album. Like, once that would be completed, like, you just feel so good about all the work that went into it. And like, it's one of your babies, So I don't know. I don't know what the future of like albums are. I mean, huge artists still do them, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get back to like most artists, doing albums all the time, because it seems like right now mostly singles.
Does seem that way. But one last thing from myself before we start wrapping this up. If there's anyone listening to this and they're thinking, I like this guy, I like his vibe, I like the cut of his jib, as they say. If there's like one or a couple of songs of yours that you'd recommend people go check out, what would they be? I know this is like picking a favourite child, but if there's any ones of yours that particularly they're like, yeah, this shows what Sunday Friend is about.
I would say 27 with Braden, with Say We Can Fly. Really like that one. That kind of captures like everything I've ever wanted to kind of put in a song. Like, that's kind of how I describe that one. I really like that one. Also, Last Time. I like Last Time.
Yeah.
With Kellin. So I'd recommend those two. Yeah.
Love it. I mean, couldn't agree anymore either.
That was hard though, man.
Just go listen to it all, everyone. Just go listen to it all.
Yeah. No.
Mr. Stevens, do you have any more questions for our wonderful guest?
I do. When obviously you were growing up and your mum was playing Backstreet Boys and NSYNC in the car, did you ever think that this is where you'd be today, like producing EPs for artists you've loved for years and, doing songs with Kellin and the Ready Set, etc.?
Definitely not. I always thought I was just going to be jamming, playing guitar. Never thought like that would happen, where bands that I have loved for years and like artists that I've loved for years, like, would consider ever working with me. So I think, the pandemic maybe had something to do with that, which kind of gave me that opportunity, because like touring slowed down for a lot of artists. So that kind of helped start that. But just crazy grateful for the fact that I was able to work with these people. And everybody was so like nice too, which I got to add to. Like everybody was really nice to work with and easy to work with. You know, it was good.
Even better.
So
Even better.
Never would I have thought about any of that. Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, well, here's 2023, John. Hopefully, you know, you'll have somebody even bigger, even like something like Breathe Carolina, for example, this year. You know, anything can happen. This is the beauty of why we did this show. Like we started in 2019. But we didn't interview till 2020, and literally the pandemic started, and we've got to talk to some like yourself, unbelievable people. You know, it's amazing. That pandemic, even though it was like one of the worst things to ever happen to the world, also ended up being one of the greatest things that ever happened because people had time to pursue their dreams, to pursue what they wanted to do, and here we are.
Right. Absolutely.
I love it. Before we let you get out of here, my friend, do you have any plugs, social medias, anything you want people to go check
out? Just the Instagram at Sunday Friend Music.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, I have the same Stay Cozy shirt, by the way.
Oh, gotta represent.
I got 3 of them. Yeah.
Are you sick? Because he lovingly, bless him, sponsors the show. So. Every now and again, I'd be like, just, you know, so we alternate every week. So Jamie's wearing a Sophie hoodie right now for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, obviously, which is this side, and then we just swap over every week.
Oh, there you go.
But I had my Here's My Heart hoodie on just before we recorded. I had to take it off and swap over.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for meeting today. That was fun.
But John, seriously, mate, thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate it. It will be out this Friday coming. If you want us to put any specific photo or artwork on our artwork, just let us know and we can do that for you, no problem.
Awesome. All right, thank you, guys.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much, man.
Fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
Not at all. It's been a pleasure. Take care of yourself, my friend. We'll speak to you soon.
All right, later.
Yeah, John. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye.
What a glorious, glorious conversation. This one was very much enjoyed. This is so good. Like I said in the intro there, you can just feel the passion for his work come out of him. And what really helps as well is all the songs he works on are absolute banging tunes, as the kids say. Absolutely amazing. That Skeleton Heart EP with Say We Can Fly, can't recommend it enough. Absolutely love that record. Just go check out everything he's worked on.
That's the EP Skeleton Heart that Sunday Friend and Say We Can Fly worked on was mixed and mastered by our good friends at Caslow. So that is definitely an EP that you want to go and check that out. But we really hope that you guys enjoyed listening to it as much as we did recording it. John, thank you so much for taking the time out. We really enjoyed it, my friend.
Mr. Stevens.
Yeah?
It's audience participation time.
Bring it, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge. In the past, we've asked you what would be your bucket list items. Well, this time we're after your anti-bucket list moments. What's something you've done or experienced that you're never doing again, or something you just refuse to do in general? What say you, Mr. Stevens?
Bungee. My brother did it, and I was like, no.
No, that's not for me.
Skydiving or rally cars or Formula One cars, like nothing that goes fast. I can't deal with it.
Heights and speed, we're exactly the fucking same. Yeah, no.
Heights is fine. Heights is fine. Speed, no.
Yeah, no. Heights and speed, those two together, makes me think bungee jump is never going to fucking happen. Same way I won't go on roller coasters. Just no.
Yeah, I don't get the people that sit on these chairs now attached to bungee ropes. They sit on chairs and push them over the edge. What are you doing? Like, that is fucking mental.
It's like,
do you know what's nuts though, Jamie? I do a zip line.
I'd feel better about doing a zip line than a bungee jump, but still I wouldn't want to do it.
But the only amount of thing with a zip line is you're not holding on to it, you just run off.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, no.
So you just you're like, oh, it's just attached to your back. Yeah.
So Claire keeps telling me about this place she went to in Turkey where basically you're strapped to a guy who has a parachute and you basically just run off a fucking cliff and then he sets a parachute out and like she did it and I was like, fuck that. No.
Is that base jumping?
Something like that. I don't know. But either way, I ain't fucking doing it. No way in hell. Excuse me, man, I've never met. I'm going to trust you with my life while you strap me to you like a fucking koala and jump off a cliff. No! Bloody nutcase. Anyway, should we get some audience answers? I'm going to start this week with a man we normally end with, Mr. Ryan Williams. Ryan says, for me, this question is actually a little tough to answer because I feel like by actually admitting that I will never do the certain things again, that I'm admitting defeat. For instance, ever since I was in my teens, I've always wanted to go skydiving. But now that I'm older and certain roller coasters kind of freak me out, I don't think I'll ever actually try to skydive. But as I'm typing the words, I feel like I'm admitting defeat to try and skydive. I kind of get where you're coming from with this, right? Same as swimming with sharks. When I was in my 20s, I always wanted to try that cage thing with sharks. But as I'm older, the urge to do it just isn't as strong. Fuck that. In fact, I haven't even thought of that for about 5 years, but I feel like I'm admitting defeat to swimming with sharks. Even when I joke about never getting married again, it's always a joke. Actually writing down that I don't want to get married, I feel like I'm admitting I'll never find someone to love and spend old age with. So I guess this is my anti-bucket list, but with a grain of salt or an asterisk so that the way I don't feel defeated as I'm writing it.
No, it's not. It's not. I see where he's coming from. It's not. You're not defeated there, Ryan. We literally were just curious as to know what you wouldn't do again, really. But go and do those things. Just go and do it. Like, do it. Life is way too short, and you don't want to get to that point in your life where you then can't do it because you're physically unable to with old age or whatever. And you're like, oh fuck, I wish I'd done that. Right, just go and do it. Just go and do it right fucking now.
At the same time, I like the mentality he's got behind that. I don't want to admit defeat. One day I'll fucking do it. It might not be right now, but one day I'm not being defeated. That idea is in my head. I'm going to do it. It's a fair play to you, Ryan. Go fucking do it, like Tom just said. You can do it. We believe in you. Nina Hewitson says, I am never doing a bungee jump. Don't fucking blame me, Nina. I'm with you on that one. Paul Dobson says, a prison stay. I've never been and I'm quite a fan of not visiting so far, so I plan to keep it that way. I'm with you on that one. Yeah. I'm with you on that one, sir. Martin Skerritt says he pegging, but he didn't say whether he doesn't want to do it or he doesn't want to do it again. He wasn't very clear with the what the thing was on this one. So
yeah, that's Martin for you.
No, there you go. Dean Salmon, being emotionally available. Shelley Harris, skydiving. Absolutely not. I'm with you on that one, Shelley. Anything to do with heights? Nope. No, thank you. Oh my God, I'm going to try and pronounce this name. Geroid O'Cathane?
Jerry Keane.
That's a lot easier to say it. Going
Jerry
drinking
Keane.
with Tom Stevens.
With who, sorry?
Tom Stevens.
Okay, I don't know who Tom Stevens is, but I
That what I
definitely
said?
know who that is. Yeah. It's Tom Stevens.
Tom Stevens, yeah.
Stephen.
It's the Irish version. Tom Stevens.
He
Anyway,
loved
yeah,
it though.
he's never
He
gonna drink
absolutely
a beer.
he loved it. He loved it. What the fuck's he on about? He bought me a fucking Guinness at the Dublin Cost event. So what the fuck's he on about?
Oh, okay. I had a feeling this might be someone you met there.
Yeah, he's in the videos. I interviewed him. Yeah, and he brought me a Guinness because he's a legend. And then we were on the way back to the hotel. And he was like, "Would you come for a drink? Would you?" And I was like, "Oh, me and Gareth, we were so tired. We were up since 4 a.m." And he was like, "You watching? Not coming for a fucking drink?" I was like, yeah, I tell you what, let me go put my shit away and I'll come back down." He goes, "No, you fucking won't. You won't come fucking back down." And I was like, "No, I trust you, Jerry. I trust me. I will." We did. And he went, "Fucking hell, I never thought I'd see you again."
What?
And he went to bed before we did.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why he's not going drinking with you again. He can't keep up.
Trust me, Guinness over there, though, Jamie. It's a whole different world. It's beautiful. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. This one made me laugh quite a lot, and you could probably guess what the answer is before I even say it. Simon Mitchell. He will never make friends with an octopus.
I don't know why he hates them so much.
I had a fear of octopus and squid since the day I met him. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's great. Lisa Ems. I ain't jumping out of no plane. Scared of heights. See, there's a lot of height stuff here. A lot of people scared of heights. Jake Smith, work.
Yeah.
Fair. I don't blame him. Graham White, commenting on this podcast's post. Shit, I did it again.
Thanks, Graham.
Ruby Goodwin, date men. Stick to women then. Fine.
Yeah, I don't know. So I couldn't pass judgment. I was like, I don't know which, so I can't say anything.
All I will say is her and her ex did not end on very good terms.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, fair. Claire Jones, things I would never do: hold a spider, go scuba diving, or skydiving. I would be amazed if that woman ever hold a spider. Like, I have never known anyone so scared of spiders in my life.
Claire's one behind you right now. Yeah, so
expect to fuck off, Tom.
I bet scuba diving's amazing. I would love to do that. I bet it's great.
I tried it. I couldn't do it. I tried it when I went on honeymoon. Couldn't do it. I panicked when I went underwater, and plus the mask or whatever they gave me wasn't sitting tight against my face because of my beard, so water was going in. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I panicked and I'd got my ass out. Becky did it. There's great pictures of Becky underwater swimming with fish and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I'm going to sit up here and wait for the wife.
Might as well play with myself while I'm
in public on a beach in Egypt. And last but not least, Ollie Nightingale. One thing I will never do again, something me and you can relate to, sir, is work in retail, unless it's a wind down in an old age if I ever get there. Yeah, fucking right, Ollie. Never work in retail ever again.
Absolutely. We love these audience participation answers. Thank you so much to everyone that participates on a regular basis, or people that participate just generally. We just appreciate the participation. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So thanks. But if you enjoy, excuse me, I need to burp, so I was hoping to do it in the middle of talking, but it failed miserably. If you enjoy James' Participation Challenge, Tom's Journal, Callum Street, I'm struggling here, sorry, Callum Street, the interview, and all the wanky bollocks at the beginning of the episode, you enjoy the other 69 editions. Yes, Jamie, I said 69 editions of the Chronicles of Podcast previous. They're from Google, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast from. Come and listen to the Chronicles of Podcast right here and right here. You can also find us on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. That's the best place you're going to find us for all the interviews and the shows, and on video. You get to see these mugs here and here. Give us a subscribe. So press that subscribe button. It's just there. Hit the bell for notifications of when videos get released, and comment. Thank you, Ron. You can also find our hashtag WBW Way Back Wednesdays and our live Bloodstock interviews and vlog. They're all on there for you to enjoy. The Way Back Wednesdays are previous interviews from our previous network, and the live Bloodstock videos are from Bloodstock Festival of last year, along with the vlog. Make sure you share the vlog everywhere. So the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, share that shit everywhere. You can also find us, Jamie, on Facebook at the Chronicles of Podcast. Please hit the like, hit the share, put GIFs in, memes, talk to us, whatever you want to do. Just throw it all in there and get following. Jamie, just thinking about it right now, where else could you find us?
Sitting there with our headphones in, listening to Sunday Friend and his friends on Spotify, or wherever you get your music from.
Absolutely. And on the Twitter at TCO Pod. Whilst you're listening to Sunday Friend and find us on Twitter, Jamie, where else could you find us?
Looking at penises on TV and go,
absolutely. Whilst on the Instagram at TCO Pod. We're also on TikTok at TCO Pod. Go and watch the Chesney Hawks video with Jamie because it's fucking fantastic. And you can also find us on LinkedIn at the Chronicles of Podcast. Please go give us a follow and connect with us there. Share our shit everywhere. You can also come down to our deliciously, cruxily, deliciously gorgeous and wonderfully incredible little website at www.thechroniclesofpodcast.com. All the shows are on there, all of our us are on there, all of our affiliations and sponsors are on there. The Chronicles of Podcast. Download us, review us, share us, rate us, subscribe to us, tell all of your friends about us, allow us into your ears, but most importantly, hey, Macarena.
Aye. I do love the Macarena. One thing before we move on with our friends, if you are on our beautiful, sexy, spankity, zippity website, www.chroniclesofpodcast.com, you will see in the corner right there is a little tab that says Shop. Click on there and you will find 4 incredible t-shirts. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 3 t-shirts. I can't count. You'll find 3 incredible t-shirts and 1 hoodie. Go and check them out now. Purchase a t-shirt and represent your boys. Do it now. Right now. You've got our logo t-shirts, one we wear. We wore at the live show. You've got the Treacher's Pet t-shirt. You've got the Rihanna t-shirt. And you've got our incredible hoodie. Go check them out right now. And now we will say a thank you to our friends, because every single piece of music you hear on this show is delivered by one man. That man is singer-songwriter Mr. Matt Roberts. Go check him out on Spotify. Find his latest single, Perfectly Blue, right there. Give it a listen. Share it to all of your friends and family because it's incredible. And then go follow him on all the social medias at Matt Roberts Music and tell him we sent you. Because, why not? Just tell him we sent you. He'll appreciate the love. And, of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Stay Cozy Clothing himself, Braden Barry. Go on over to www.staycozyclothing.com or download the smartphone app. You can find whatever you like on there: hoodies, t-shirts, jogging bottoms, caps like that wonderful one Mr. Stevens is wearing right there. Add whatever you like to your basket, and then when you're done, head on over to the checkout and put in that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off your order. And hopefully in that basket, we will find the Sophie Lancaster Foundation collaborative t-shirt, Weirdo Mosher Freak. 50% of the profits of that t-shirt go straight to the foundation, which we appreciate massively. As a podcast that represents both companies, it's wonderful to see these guys supporting these guys. And speaking of these guys, the Sophie Lancaster Foundation stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. We spread their message every single week because it is a message that means the absolute world to us. Head on over to SophieLancasterFoundation.com, click on the hate crime tab, fill in that questionnaire. Yes, we're still asking you to fill in that questionnaire because we want as much information as we can to send towards the courts to get this change done. It was Sylvia's work. It was Sylvia's dying wish to get the alternative subculture added as a strain of hate crime. And it should be, and we are not going to give up until it is. As me and Mr. Stevens spoke about in our New Year's special, we've got some great plans coming up for 2023 for us supporting these guys. We've been talking to the foundation. We've got some great plans coming up. We cannot wait. And also last week, I discussed the issue that happened on Loose Women with Katie Hopkins and Goth Baby and all that sort of stuff. If you follow this, Katie Piper, what did I say?
Katie Hopkins.
No, wrong one. Also a dick, but wrong one. Katie Piper. Go to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation social media. They put out a beautifully well-worded, eloquent status all about their thoughts and their feelings about it. And it shows just how important it is for this attitude to change towards the alternative subculture. Because as I said, those messages were broadcast to millions. And that message could be taken seriously by so many people, and it is quite frankly not the way. So if you could all do me a favor, head onto social media, find that post by the Sophie Lancaster Foundation and give it a share, because there's people in your friends list, people in your family that might not understand the importance of how much damage those words could do. So please help us spread that message and try and change this horrible rhetoric and what's the word I'm after here? Stereotype that comes with the alternative subculture. So if you could do that for me, my loves, I'd really appreciate it. So a massive thank you to them, and a massive thank you to this handsome bugger over here for spending his time with this evening.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And ditto, of course. Ditto, of course. Jamie, another absolutely wonderful edition.
Indeedy. I enjoyed it very much.
70 editions deep. Don't forget, you can find us at the Razor's Edge Rocks as well. Those interviews will be out next week, so keep your eyes peeled. Go follow the Razor's Edge Rocks on Instagram and Facebook and Spotify and YouTube. So make sure you're doing that at the same time as well. We'll be sharing those over our socials at the same time. And as for this week, we're going to see you all next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.